Breaking news from Monday Night Raw, and the entire wrestling world is shaking to its core. The tribal chief, Roman Reigns, has just made his shocking return, and not only has he declared his intentions for the World Heavyweight Championship, but he has also done the unthinkable. He launched a violent, personal, and humiliating assault on his own cousin, Jey Uso, right in the center of the Raw ring. What was supposed to be an emotional reunion turned into an absolute bloodline nightmare. Fans are outraged. Commentators are stunned. The locker room is silent. Because Roman Reigns didn't just return, he came back to remind everyone exactly who runs WWE. It all began when Raw kicked off with a massive announcement. A new #1 contender match for the World Heavyweight Championship was set for the main event. Jey Uso was one of the participants, the fan favorite, the man who had fought tooth and nail to stand on his own 2 feet since breaking free from Roman's control. The crowd was electric, chanting "YEET" in full force as Jey walked down that ramp. He was smiling, full of confidence, and for a moment, the WWE Universe believed they were witnessing the rise of a new top star. But then, everything changed. As Jey celebrated his victory over Drew McIntyre in the main event, the lights dimmed, the crowd erupted into confusion, and the Titantron flickered with a familiar golden emblem, the tribal chief's insignia. The arena went silent for 2 seconds. And then the roar of thousands hit all at once as Roman Reigns stepped out onto the stage in a dark leather jacket, eyes locked forward, cold and emotionless. The commentary table exploded in disbelief. "What is Roman Reigns doing on Raw?" screamed Michael Cole. "He's a SmackDown superstar. He's not supposed to be here." Roman didn't respond to the fans. He didn't smirk. He didn't raise the finger for acknowledgement. No, tonight wasn't about the bloodline. Tonight wasn't about dominance. Tonight was about vengeance and validation. As Roman walked toward the ring, the cameras zoomed in on Jey Uso, whose face told the entire story: shock, fear, and a bit of heartbreak. Jey mouthed the words, "No way." Roman stepped into the ring slowly, the crowd chanting "Holy S*****T" as the tension reached its peak. For a brief second, it looked like maybe, just maybe, Roman was there to make peace. But when Jey extended his hand for a handshake, Roman's expression changed from blank to sinister. Without warning, Roman struck a Superman punch out of nowhere that sent Jey crashing to the mat. The crowd gasped. And before Jey could even recover, Roman speared him through the ropes with so much force that the announce table collapsed into pieces. The WWE Universe was in total disbelief. Fans screamed, "Why, Roman, why?" But the tribal chief showed no mercy. He picked up a steel chair and, with ruthless precision, began raining down shot after shot onto Jey's back. The sound echoed through the arena like gunfire. Jey was motionless. Security ran down to stop Roman, but he shoved every single guard aside, his face twisted with pure rage. It wasn't about family anymore. It wasn't about loyalty. It was about Roman Reigns reclaiming his throne. When Roman finally stopped, he stood over Jey, picked up the World Heavyweight Championship that had been resting ringside, the very title that represented everything Jey had been chasing, and raised it high into the air. Then he looked straight into the camera and said, "I never lost my crown. I'm taking everything back." The fans erupted in boos, but deep down, they knew, the tribal chief had returned. After the show went off air, exclusive backstage footage captured Roman storming into Triple H's office, demanding a World Heavyweight title shot. Triple H reportedly tried to calm him down, reminding him that Raw and SmackDown have separate rosters. But Roman slammed his hand on the desk and said, "You either make it happen, or I'll make my own show." Sources from within WWE are confirming that this isn't just a storyline. This is a power struggle at the top. Roman Reigns wants the World Heavyweight Championship, not just to add another belt to his legacy, but to prove that no one, not Seth Rollins, not Jey Uso, not Cody Rhodes, is on his level. Meanwhile, Jey Uso has reportedly suffered rib injuries from the attack, with WWE's medical team keeping him under observation. Fans outside the arena reportedly chanted "We want Jey" for several minutes after the broadcast ended. Social media blew up instantly. The hashtag Roman Reigns returns hit #1 worldwide in under 15 minutes, while #PoorJey and #Tribal Tyrant began trending as fans debated Roman's shocking betrayal. But here's where things get even more chaotic. According to leaked information from WWE insiders, Roman Reigns' return wasn't originally scheduled for tonight. It was a last-minute creative call, reportedly pushed by Roman himself. Apparently, he wasn't happy with how his absence had allowed stars like Jey, Cody, and Seth Rollins to dominate the spotlight. In short, he felt disrespected. And when Roman Reigns feels disrespected, history has shown exactly what happens next: destruction. The bloodline status is now completely up in the air. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa were both notably absent from Raw, which has led fans to question whether they knew about Roman's return. Sources close to the storyline are teasing that the bloodline may soon fracture completely, with Roman turning into a lone wolf, ready to destroy anyone standing in his path, family or not. Later that night, Roman was seen leaving the arena in a black SUV, surrounded by WWE security. When reporters tried to get a statement from him, he only turned, glared at the camera, and said, "Tell the world the tribal chief doesn't need a brand. The brand needs him. The arrogance, the dominance, the power." It was vintage Roman Reigns, but darker, colder, and more unpredictable than ever before. As Raw ended, WWE's official Twitter account posted a cryptic image, a blood-red version of the World Heavyweight title with the caption, "The Chief has returned." This has fueled speculation that WWE may be planning to unify the World Heavyweight and Undisputed Universal titles at WrestleMania. Fans are going wild, some excited, others furious. Many believe Roman's attack on Jey was a mistake that might backfire, as Jey has now become the ultimate underdog fans want to see rise again. But don't forget, this is Roman Reigns, the man who ended streaks, dominated entire brands, and made legends kneel. When Roman says he's coming for the World Heavyweight Championship, you better believe the entire Raw roster just got put on notice. Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, Gunther, all of them are now targets. And Roman Reigns doesn't miss. Backstage reactions are pouring in from other superstars. Cody Rhodes reportedly said, "I told everyone, the Bloodline story wasn't over. Roman's just writing the next chapter." Seth Rollins reacted with a smirk on social media, tweeting only, "I'm right here." Kevin Owens called Roman's attack on Jey disgusting and hinted at stepping in. Paul Heyman has gone silent, no posts, no statements. And when Heyman goes quiet, that's when things get most dangerous. WWE Universe, this isn't just another feud. This is a collision of destiny. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, the blood feud reignited, but this time with gold and vengeance on the line. Insiders say the plan heading into Survivor Series is to make this one of the most emotional and violent matches in years, with Roman declaring that he's not here to reclaim family loyalty, he's here to crush rebellion once and for all. Fans are already calling it the Bloodline Civil War, Part 2, but this time, it's not about leadership, it's about survival. Roman's dominance is returning to levels unseen since his peak as Universal Champion, and judging by that look in his eyes tonight, this isn't the same man we saw walk away after losing at SummerSlam. No, this is a reborn monster, one whose mission is simple: make everyone pay for moving on without him. And that's exactly what makes this story so chilling. Roman's no longer fueled by power, he's fueled by revenge. And when vengeance drives the tribal chief, nobody, not even family, is safe. The fallout from Roman Reigns' shocking return has sent tremors through WWE. Raw opened tonight with an eerie silence, no flashy pyro, no upbeat theme songs, just the haunting echoes of what happened last week. The commentary team's tone said it all. Something big is brewing. Michael Cole's words set the stage. "Ladies and gentlemen, last week we witnessed something that changed the landscape of WWE. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, returned to Raw, and he didn't come back to say hello. He came back for war. And oh, war it is." As the camera panned backstage, chaos was already unfolding. Security guards were doubled, and WWE officials were pacing anxiously. Roman Reigns' black SUV was seen parked in the restricted zone, but he wasn't inside. The tension was thick. Everyone knew that the moment Roman decided to step back into the building, someone or everyone was going to pay. Meanwhile, Jey Uso arrived later in the evening, taped up and bruised, but determined. The fans gave him a standing ovation, chanting "Main Event Jey" at the top of their lungs. But behind those cheers, there was a storm brewing in Jey's eyes: rage, betrayal, heartbreak. When the backstage interviewer asked him if he had anything to say to Roman Reigns, Jey didn't even blink. "Roman Reigns forgot who I am. He forgot what I've been through. He forgot what it means to be us. He gone remember tonight." As the night went on, WWE cameras caught glimpses of Roman Reigns walking calmly through the hallways like a lion in his own jungle. Every superstar that crossed his path froze. No one dared to make eye contact. He wasn't here to talk. He was here to make a statement. Midway through the show, Seth Rollins came out holding the World Heavyweight Championship. The fans roared as he stood in the center of the ring, microphone in hand, wearing that infamous grin. "Roman Reigns wants my title? He wants to walk onto my show and play tribal chief? Buddy, this ain't SmackDown. This is Monday Night Rollins." The crowd went wild, but before Seth could continue, the arena lights flickered, and Roman's music hit again. The boos and cheers mixed in a chaotic storm of emotion. The moment Roman stepped out, the energy in the arena shifted, darker, heavier, unpredictable. He slowly entered the ring, face to face with Seth Rollins for the first time in months. The two men just stared at each other, years of history flashing in their eyes. "Seth, you looking for me, tribal chief?" Roman, coldly, "I'm looking for what's mine." Seth smirked, raised the title, and said, "If you want it, earn it. But next time you spear your cousin, maybe don't miss your shot, cause now, you've got both of us coming for you." That line hit hard. Before Roman could react, Jey Uso's theme hit and the roof exploded. Jey stormed down to the ring, no hesitation, still bandaged from the previous week's attack. The crowd was chanting "YEET," so loud it drowned out the music. Jey slid into the ring and went straight for Roman, fists flying, pure emotion unleashed. The brawl was ugly. It wasn't choreographed. It felt real. Years of pain, betrayal, and family drama came pouring out in every punch. Roman tried to fight back, but Jey was relentless. Security poured in to separate them, but Jey broke free, diving at Roman again and screaming, "You ain't my chief no more." Roman's face told the story. He wasn't angry, he was insulted. He slowly got up, wiped the blood from his mouth, and smirked. That same cold smirk that terrified the entire WWE locker room for 3 years. "You think you're me, us?" Roman growled. "You ain't me. You'll never be me." Then he turned and looked at Seth. "And you're holding my title hostage. I'm taking it, whether it's from you, or from the body they carry out next to you." Roman dropped the mic and left the ring, leaving chaos behind him. Backstage, Triple H was seen yelling at security to keep Roman and Jey apart. Reports claim that Roman went off script during the segment, but that's typical Roman. When he's in control, nobody tells him what to do. Sources inside WWE later leaked that the current plan for Survivor Series may now involve a triple threat match: Roman Reigns vs Jey Uso vs Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, but it's not official yet. What is official, however, is that this story has now taken over WWE completely. After the show, Roman appeared in a dark backstage promo, calm, intimidating, and straight to the point. "They say Raw is the land of opportunity. Nah, Raw is the land of pretenders. And I'm back to burn it all down, not for the fans, not for the bloodline, but because they forgot what power feels like." He paused, stared directly into the camera, and whispered, "A storm is coming. And when it hits, don't say I didn't warn you." Meanwhile, Jey Uso was rushed to the trainer's room after collapsing backstage from exhaustion and pain. Cameras caught him yelling, "I'm not done," as officials tried to keep him down. That moment alone broke the internet. Fans began posting clips side by side: Roman's brutal spear from last week, and Jey's defiance this week, with captions like, "This isn't family anymore. This is war." Then, late in the night, the final twist dropped. As Raw went off air, WWE's social media posted a mysterious 15-second teaser, black screen, with Roman's voice echoing one last acknowledgement. Then, the words appeared in red. "Roman Reigns returns to SmackDown this Friday." The WWE Universe went ballistic. Does this mean Roman's bringing the fight across brands? Is he going to confront Cody? Or is he going to drag Jey's chaos straight to the blue brand and tear down what's left of the bloodline? Reports backstage indicate that Paul Heyman has re-emerged and he's been in secret meetings with Triple H and Nick Aldis. No one knows which side he's on this time. Some believe Heyman is trying to rebuild a new bloodline, one that doesn't include Jey, Jimmy, or Solo, but new, hungry talent who can protect Roman's empire. Names like Braun Breaker and Austin Theory have been rumored. Imagine that, a next-generation bloodline under Roman's rule. Meanwhile, Jey Uso posted a cryptic message on X, Twitter: "Family don't hit family. But sometimes, family gotta bleed." Fans immediately interpreted it as a direct challenge to Roman at Survivor Series. And if that's true, WWE might be on the verge of one of its most personal and emotional storylines in years. By the time Raw ended, WWE's official website crashed twice due to fan traffic. #Roman Reigns, #Main Event, #Monday Night Rollins, and #Bloodline Civil War were all trending worldwide. People aren't just watching this story, they're feeling it. And that's exactly what makes it powerful. Roman Reigns didn't just attack Jey Uso. He reignited something deep within WWE, the idea that family wars can be more compelling than championship rivalries. But this time, there's no bloodline. There's no unity. There's no acknowledgement. This is Tribal Warfare 2.0. As Raw closed, the camera caught one last image: Roman Reigns, standing on the stage, bathed in red light, smirking as Jey Uso struggled to his feet in the ring, defiant even in pain. Their eyes locked. Roman raised one finger to the sky, slow, deliberate, powerful. And Jey raised his middle finger back. The arena exploded. This isn't about power anymore. This isn't about family. This is about legacy. And as Roman's reign of terror begins once again, one question hangs in the air like a storm cloud over WWE: how far will Roman Reigns go to prove he's still the tribal chief, when the only person left to destroy is the one who used to call him us?